Myself Hitesh Kasodkar. I am going to describe the circuit of the multiplier. Here x1 we have taken the input of 1 VPP and 1 kilohertz, and x2 is grounded. On y1 we have taken the input of 10 kilohertz and 2 VPP, whereas the y2 is grounded. Z1 is connected to here, it is acting at the negative feedback, and Z2 is grounded. From here we have taken the output, and 1 by SF is connected to the minus 10 volt.
Myself Kshitij Atwal, and I am going to explain the first question of this assignment. Here we have taken the first input as 1 kHz and 1 VPP. In the second input we have taken as 2 VPP and 10 kHz, and through this circuit we are going to multiply these two signals. Here in the output of the DSO we can see we have taken the average, since the signal has contained a lot of noise, so we have taken the average. Now we can see that the signal has an envelope, that is, it has a 10 kHz main frequency. The main frequency of the signal is 10 kHz, and the 1 kHz signal has enveloped over it. This signal has two frequency components, that is F1 plus F2 and F1 minus F2, that is 11 kHz and 9 kHz. To confirm that, we will see its FFT. In the FFT, you will use the cursor function, and we will change the scale. Now, here we can see that the cursor is showing that this particular peak is coming at 9 kHz, and the second peak is coming at perfectly 11 kHz. This means that the two frequency components that is present, that is the resonant frequencies F1 plus F2 and F1 minus F2.
Now I am explaining the differentiator circuit. This is our multiplier circuit, and its output is taken as the input, and it is connected to the capacitor of 0.01 microfarad. The output of the differentiator circuit is connected to the 1 kilo ohm resistor, which is acting as the feedback resistor, and the final output is taken to this.
So I am explaining the circuit diagram for the differentiator circuit. From the signal generator, we have generated two frequencies, that is 9 kHz and 10 kHz. That is, we have multiplied it. In the input, we will have two frequency components, that is F1 plus F2 and F1 minus F2. The F1 minus F2 will be 1 kHz and F1 plus F2 would be 19 kHz. This is a circuit for a high pass filter. We have seen that it has encountering the capacitor for the first time, so we can conclude it is a high pass filter. Now, to find the low cutoff frequency, we have taken the capacitor as 0.01 microfarad and the resistor as 1 kilo ohm. So the formula for the cutoff frequency is 1 by 2 pi RC, and we have got the frequency as 16 kHz. This means that any frequency below 16 kHz would not be passed by this high pass filter, and only the frequency which is greater than 16 kHz will be passed in this output. That is the frequency component, that is F1 plus F2. That is F1 plus F2, which is 19 kHz, would be passed in this high pass filter.
I am explaining the differentiator circuit. So F1 we are in input the first 9 kHz frequency, as you can see, and channel 2 we are giving 10 kHz frequency. Now this F1 and F2, both the frequencies are passed through the circuit, and in the output we are and through this differentiator circuit, F1 plus F2, which is equal to 19 kHz, is passed, because it is a high pass circuit, and F1 minus F2, which is equal to 1 kHz, is not passed. And it is clearly seen in the DSO that here through differentiator circuit, the cosine wave is coming, and F1 plus F2, which is equal to 19 kHz, is passed through the signal, and only one cosine wave is present. So it confirms that differentiator circuit is a high pass filter.
So to see that only one frequency component is present, that is 19 kHz, we can confirm it by seeing its FFT in the high pass filter. Now we will change the scale. Now to see that 19 kHz is present, we will use the cursor. Now here it can be seen that the peak, that is the resonant frequency of this signal, is 19 kHz. This confirms that the signal has only that is the circuit has only passed the high frequency, that is F1 plus F2, that is 19 kHz.